bring you a couple stock car heat races here, a little live look in, and then if you want to watch the rest of the night, you'll have to head on out. Jerry Brownfield, good to have you tuned in from Grove, Oklahoma. TJ in Fallon, Nevada watching. Marilyn Voss looking for the green flag. It is up, it's out, and here we go. It'll be Levi Feltman down there into the number 1 spot. They'll rock and roll down into turn number 1 and 2. Look at this. Oh, we got one upside down hard. Red flag is out.
Cool hand.
Well, from vantage point up here, Luke Sadoff out of the car in that 5 machine. Tough rollover for Luke Sadoff in the 5. Just got down there, got into one of the implement tires that marks the bottom of the racetrack, and as he did that, it was a fight between inertia and gravity, and well, gravity lost and inertia took over. Tough to see that for the Jackson, Minnesota hot shoe. Luke Sadoff upside down. Jim Horsch coming to a stop over there. Red flag coming out. Of course, can't thank him enough. Fire and safety. Johnny on the spot. Spencer Fire and Rescue down there to check on both drivers. As now track crew will go to work in getting the 5 car tipped back over.
Will be your front row. Troy Swearengin, Roger Tripp, your second row. Jim Horsch and Kelly Shryock, your third row. And Derek Bargloff will start shotgun now as the green will come out. And we are back underway here with heat race number 1. Here in our, oh, so we got a car off the track. On all 4s though. So they work down into turns 3 and 4. Oh, another car going for the spin cycle. That's a 73 of Troy Swearengin. As Feltman with your race lead in the F1 car. Horsch right behind him.
Kelly Shryock back there in the number 3 position. Caution on the racetrack. Caution on the racetrack car down around turn number 4. Caution light still on, now goes to the off position. We're getting ready to go back to the green flag. It will be Levi Feltman out of Jackson, Minnesota, your race leader. Green comes up. We'll head on past down into turn number 1 and 2. They'll hustle on in there. It'll be Jim Horsch coming to the inside. Horsch downstairs in the 21 car. Looking for the race lead on Feltman. Working on in there, Feltman on the bottom side is Jim Horsch. Side by side drag race down the front straightaway. Give it to Jim Horsch.
Jim Horsch, your new race leader. Feltman back to second, doing a little pest control. The number 3 of Kelly Shryock into that 3rd place spot. Now to the inside of Feltman as they come off a turn number 2. As Shryock will work to the inside of Feltman, but Feltman, as we've got a black flag coming out, Shryock will pull the infield.
Kelly Shryock, mechanical troubles down to the infield. We have a flat tire possibly on that machine, as it is. Horsch, your race leader. Jim Horsch followed by Feltman, working 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Now they hustle down the front straightaway. Still there, Jim Horsch had a chance to talk to him before the race. It's felt pretty hot dog diggity tonight, said, I think I got a shot at something. Well, he does here in a heat race as he hurries it on down the back straightaway.
Back for that 3rd and 4th spot position. It is the 48 of Derek Bargloff. Sits to the outside. Roger Tripp there as well as Andrew Borchardt. At the back of the pack, rounding out your top 5. Horsch still with the race lead. Distance back to Feldman. Distance back to Derek Bargloff in that 3rd place position.
Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. This time they'll come down the front straightaway. Laps winding down in this one. Jim Horsch, your race leader. They'll work him on in there. Horsch on out front. Feltman working second. Big hello and a shout out to Zippy D. Zane DeVillemis at home watching and tuned on in. He's got one of these, well, he builds these stock cars out there in New Mexico. He's had some winners there as they bring him on down. Green flag high in the air, 2 to go.
2 to go for the race leader, the 21 car of Horsch, Feldman, Bargloff, Borchardt, and Tripp. Single file around the Clay County Fair Speedway. Farmer Saving Bank of Astoria, white flag coming out this time by for the 21 car.
Down the front straightaway, Jim Horsch, white flags out, 1 to go. Long ways back to early race leader Levi Feltman out of Jackson, Minnesota. They'll thunder down the back straightaway, final time. Gonna look for that big iron checkered flag off of turn number 4. Into 3 off of 4, doing it in veteran grand fashion style. It is Jim Horsch with the win. Levi Feltman coming over the number 2 spot, third's up for grabs. Bargloff at the line. I believe it's going to be Roger Tripp, followed by Andrew Borkert. This place has made a huge transformation. I remember coming here as a kid watching enduros and late model street stocks and sprint cars in the afternoon days of the fair, and the fair board had a decision to make. We either stay in the racing business or we make something different, and man, they made a decision as they shortened this place up, cleaned her up, put some lights up, and it has produced some great racing. As we see it here in E-Race number 2, look at that 33 machine of Timmy Rupp. Tim Rupp out of Cherokee. Oh, doctor, here he goes. Tim Rupp, we've seen him very, very victorious in an IMCA Northern Sport mod. He is taking to this thing like a duck to water in the stock cars, but Verdorn, the veteran, working on Nordquist.
Nordquist with the race lead. Roger Verdorn out of Sibley, Iowa, now down to the inside. Tim Rupp, hits the high side and falls all the way back to the back of the pack. Easy, Elijah Siebenbergen down on the bottom side of the racetrack, nearing to his outside. Nordquist slides up. Here comes Roger Verdorn. Nordquist still with the race lead, 3 wide off turn 4.
Look at that. Verdorn's going to look for the bottom down into turn number 1 and 2. Nordquist slides it on up. Here comes Verdorn. Look at this. 2-time Super Nationals champion Randy Brands out of Boynton is now looking for the number 4 spot. 2 by 2, Elijah Siebenbergen, the only car by himself, working there in the number 3 spot. They'll hustle down the front straight away. Verdorn that time by a half car length, your race leader. Boy, Grandma made me a blanket for Christmas, and I'm bringing it. They're snuggled up now, 5, 6 cars battling for the lead.
Easy, now looking to the inside of the 10 and a Nordquist as Brands follows in his tire tracks down the bottom side of the raceway. Nearing through the middle, Roger Verdorn, your race leader, 3-wheeling off at turn number 4. Here comes Elijah Siebenbergen now to the inside of the 10 and a Nordquist as they come into turns 1 and 2. Brands to the inside of nearing right behind them. It's a close battle all throughout the top 5, Jerry.
Elijah Siebenbergen now into the number 2 spot. Randy Brands looking to the bottom. Nordquist has got it. It'll be the 20 and a nearing at a Storm Lake to the top. Their 3-car battle for the number 3 spot. Down into turn number 1 we go. Battle for the lead, battle for 3rd. Verdorn's got it. Here comes Siebenbergen. Siebenbergen got into the back of Verdorn. Brands gets into the back of Siebenbergen, and a freight train goes around. Man, I think we're going to see a little bad dog, no biscuit. The Average Joe's black flag for Randy Brands. Questionable driving, caution's out. Caution out. Siebenbergen around in the bottom there. Randy Brands going to get a little bad dog, no biscuit. Field will work down into turn number 3. They'll work off of turn 4. Roger Verdorn to the C's Liquor restart zone. It's up. Here we go.
Verdorn with a race lead. Nordquist in second. Here comes EZ on the top side now in the 66E around Andrew Clausen. Now Justin Nearing up to 3rd as the 66E now goes to work on the 10 and a Nordquist. Into turn 3 and 4 they go. EZ sits on the top side of the racetrack. Everyone down to the bottom. Elijah's found something up top, Jerry, as he's going to now battle for the race lead.
Elijah Siebenbergen seeing the Farmer Savings Bank of Astoria white flag from the starter stand. The green's gone, white's playing. Here comes Siebenbergen. Elijah Siebenbergen up to the race lead. They'll work him off of turn 4. He'll pick up a big iron checkered flag. Elijah Siebenbergen. Roger Verdorn, Cole Nordquist, and Andrew Kloss, your top 4 finishers. Well, we gave you a couple sprint car heat races, gave you a couple stock car heat races. For those of you who've been watching on a little Facebook Live, we do thank and appreciate you for tuned on in. Still got time to head on out to IMCA TV or Advantage Racing, get the rest of the night purchased on up. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
From Paulina, Iowa, the 69 of Daniel Ort to the inside of row number 2. And from Grenada, Minnesota, the number 32 car of Derek Green.
Go to row number 3, it will be the 29N of Cody Nielsen from Spencer, and the 6 of Chance Hollitz out of Clear Lake, Iowa.
Starting shotgun on the field, the 18X from St. Peter, Minnesota, Daniel Ekblad. As Green is out, we are underway. Heat race number 3 with our Mr. Beast Flooring IMCA stock cars.
Field of work down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be that 69 of Daniel Ort out of Paulina. Look at this, 4 deep down the back straightaway. Oh, doctor, here we go. Derek Green in the red hot rod down there on the bottom, trying to make some action happen. He'll do it. Derek Green gets a triple play, hat trick turkey. I don't know what it is, but he got to the lead.
Daniel Ort on the top side of the raceway as Nielsen now on the bottom. Battle for that second place spot, 2x2. Here comes Hollitz right behind them. Hollitz from Clear Lake now looking for position on the bottom side of the racetrack. Derek Green, though, your race leader off turn 4.
It'll be Ort on the outside. To the bottom is that 29 of Nielsen. Downstairs, it is Cody Nielsen out of Spencer up to the number 2 spot. Here comes the 6 of Chance Hollitz. Hollitz out of Clear Lake, Iowa, down around the bottom. The 69 of Daniel Ort out of Paulina up on the top side. Derek Green is gone, but the battle's still for 3rd.
Daniel Ort and Chance Hollitz battling for 3rd through turns 1 and 2. Cody Nielsen sits in 2nd. Hollitz now in that 3rd place spot as Derek Green is almost but all but gone in the 32 as he hits the high side of the racetrack, finds some moisture now off of turn number 4. Nielsen and Hollitz down on the bottom side of the racetrack as Green now changes lines. He'll go to the bottom in turns 1 and 2. Nielsen and Hollitz will follow him, so will Daniel Ort now off 2 down the backstretch.
They'll hurry down the back straightaway. Derek Green right there, your race leader. Derek Green had to make a nifty move to get to the top. Now he'll run the cush off of turn number 4. Laps winding down this one. 32 at Derek Green out front. Nielsen, Hollitz, then it is Ort followed by Noyes in the 22. 4 heat races, top 3 cars transfer, redraw, and that is the 6 of Chance Hollitz. He could either start, 1st or 12th, as there's 2 to go.
2 to go as Hollitz will get around the 29 of Cody Nielsen. Derek Green, though, looking smooth out front. Hollitz up to that 2nd place spot. Both Green and Hollitz, multiple feature wins here at the Clay County Fair Speedway. Nielsen trying to mount the last advance here on the 6 of Chance Hollitz as a white flag coming out this time sponsored by Farmers Saving Bank.
White's out, Derek Green down front there into turn number 1, your race leader. Hollitz working 2nd. Looks like she's going to stay this way. They'll hurry off of 2 and down the back straightaway. That 32, Derek Green out of Grenada, Minnesota. Going to bring the field down. Big iron checkered flag in hand of Matt Stubbe. It is up, it's out. Derek Green to the win. 2nd will go to Chance Hollitz, and 3rd to the 29 Anna Cody Nielsen. Got busy yesterday.
It was more like I forgot and then remembered, and I was gone racing all weekend, but I told her we'd take her out this coming Sunday.
There you go. Here we go. Devin Tripp, Sid Mosier, front row, looking for the green flag off of turn 4, 4th and final. Green flag for your stock cars coming on down. Your Emmetsburg Collision greens in the air. Down into turn number 1 and 2, Sid Mosier, your race leader. Devin Tripp, little crossed up. Troy Jerovitz, here comes Jed. Tracy Neal, the car owner in Green Bay or Horicon or wherever he's at tonight, cheering on that 0-1 car as they hustle off of turn number 4.
Sid Mosier looking for Frosties tonight in the Wendy's number 27 machine with your race lead. Devin Tripp, the TNT2 car, win that 2nd place spot. As they work off turn 2 down the backstretch now into turn number 3, Chad Palmer battling for position with Austin Brands as we're still side by side for 2nd and all throughout the field.
Down the front straightaway still Sid Mosier, followed by Tripp, Jerovitz, and Brands. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Top 3 cars going to redraw. Starting to see the racetrack clean off, and this thing is going to be racing come feature time. Sid Mosier going to layer deep on the cush. Here comes Jed. Jarovitz on the bottom. Tripp on the outside. Battles for the second spot.
Second spot indeed, as Tripp has it. Jarovitz wants it as they both work the bottom. Everyone down to the bottom side of the racetrack now. Brand sits in that 4th place spot. Mosier walking away though in the 27 machine out of Sioux City, Iowa. Jarovitz down to the bottom side, slides up the racetrack trying to catch the TNT2.
Down the front straightaway, still Mosier on out front, showing the distance on this one. Devin Tripp there at the TNT2, the Dynamite Deuce down the back straightaway. Everybody gonna start to leg the field on out as they work off of 4 and down the front straightaway, working on in.
Mosier still with your race lead, still a single file. And heat race number 4 of 4 as car way up the racetrack. McCain Jennings to the 517 car. Green flag will fly high in the air this time by 2 laps to go for Big Sid Mosier.
Down the front straightaway, Mosier out of Sioux City, Iowa, showing it up there in the top spot. Mosier, your leader. Tripp working second. Jarovitz is in that 3rd and final redraw spot. They'll work down into turn number 3 and 4. Mosier on up front. White flag in the air. There's 1 circuit remaining. Your Farmer Savings and Bank of Astoria. 1 to go sign out at the starter stand.
Mosier down into turns 1 and 2. Hits the middle line this time by, so does Devin Tripp. As they work off a 2 down the backstretch for the final time, the big iron chicken flag will fly for the Wendy's number 27 machine, a Big Sid Mosier. Off at turn number 4, he'll pick up the heat race win. Devin Tripp in that 2nd place spot, followed by Troy Jarovitz in 3rd. Austin Brands, your top 4.
So that'll wrap up IMCA Stock Cars. Race fans, they'll make their way over turn number 4. Here we go, the Class 2 Tough to Tame. Your IMCA Stock Car, Mr. B's Flooring Aiming.
As the track is set and the drivers are game, the Class 2 Tough to Tame out here for you. Give them a wave and a shout. 29 cars, 20 laps of distance. Here for our stock car aiming.
Get ready to go. Somebody's going to make history and be the first stock car winner in 22 at Clay County. Green flag is out. Here we go. On down into turn number 1 and 2 is going to be Nielsen and Tripp side by side down to the bottom side of turn 1 and 2. 29 strong. Thunder down into turn number 1 and 2. Nielsen at 29. Look out. We got stacked up in the back. Got 5 of them cracked up and stacked up around. We'll see if they can keep her moving. Everything looks to be clean and green so far as we come down 3 wide. Look at this on the front. Man! Oh, man. Killed a good one there as they were 3 wide for the lead. Them 4 cars finally got going, just took their time. And I guarantee you who's not excited about that is that 6 of Chance Hollins, as he had a surge of power off of turn number 4, and he was looking at the lead just as the caution flag came to fly. Field sees the caution lights turn off once again. Stock car feature 2.0 getting ready to come on down, looking for the green. Matt Stubbe, eye on him. Likes what he sees. Green flag is up, and here we go. 20 laps 2.0. Down the front straightaway, going to be the same as it was the first lap. Everybody going to stay side by side as they motor through turns 2 and down the back straightaway. Nielsen there in the 29. There is Tripp, Porsche, and the 6 of Hollins. Jirovitz back there in the 5 spot. Now you see it. Nielsen goes there. Now there's still going to be 3 wide. Fan it out. 4 wide down the front straightaway. Chance Hollis on into the number 2 spot.
Hollis using the outside of the track to his advantage as Nielsen hits the high side. Hollis points the nose down the hill through turns 1 and 2. Jim Horsch sits in 3rd. Devin Tripp as we are working through 3 and 4 now. Chance Hollis now down to the bottom side of the racetrack looking for the momentum. Nielsen still with the race lead.
Oh man, you've got a 2 and 3 wide racing IMCA stock cars, just like Jim Zabel says. I love it, I love it, I love it. Down the back straightaway, Chance Hollis, correct that whip. Got Devo playing on the radio, says if you see a problem, you gotta whip it. He'll whip that 6 car, cross the nose of Nielsen. Down the front straightaway, Nielsen back on the inside. Hollis, now your new race leader, Jim Horsch, back to the number 3 spot. Here comes Elijah Siebenbergen. They'll motor up off the bottom, working off the top side. The 27 of Sid Mosier working with the 90 or the 66 of Siebenbergen. And right there in the mix of this battle is Devin Tripp.
As Cole Nordquist right behind them. As here comes EZ around Sid Mosier now. EZ moving up into the top 6. Siebenbergen on the high side as Hollis with the race lead. Now EZ will set his sights on Jirovitz, the 01 car, who sits in 4th. Meanwhile, Roger Verdorn making his way to the field now as he's side by side with Cole Nordquist.
They'll hurry down the front straightaway. Still their top 3 cars breaking away. Siebenbergen in the 66, that yellow and blue 66E going to work on the red and white 01 of Troy Jirovitz. Jirovitz down there in the number 4 spot. 5 is Siebenbergen, 6 is Mosier. Behind them, Derek Green trying to make his way through it. Nordquist, the 04 of Verdorn. But meanwhile, still up there, going to rip the lip of this place is that 66Z of Elijah Siebenbergen.
Siebenbergen now down to the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to get to the back bumper of Jirovitz now off of turn number 2. He's to the back bumper, cannot quite get a run to get right beside him as Derek Green now to the back bumper of Roger Verdorn and now to the top side in turns 3 and 4.
They'll still work down the front straightaway. Siebenbergen, the blue and yellow 66, the red and white of Jirovitz. Kind of broken record that. I think I said that a couple laps ago. You know why I did? Because they've been like that for the last 2 laps. Jirovitz on the bottom to the outside of Siebenbergen. Jirovitz right now the only car tickling the tires downstairs. Everybody else is going to the top and dusting it off. Working down into turn number 1 and 2. It's still Chance Hollis out of Clear Lake, Iowa. He started the season off as your IMCA Stock Car National Points leader. Had troubles in Arizona, had to head home with the car in a couple different pieces. Actually left Texas on the Lone Star Stock Car Tour in a piece and a half. Got the new Cadillac wound up, and he's working to the yellow as we've got them all stacked up in turn number 4. Yellow is out. Caution on the racetrack.
So Bud Service caution flag flies over the stock car A feature here at the Clay County Fair Speedway. As Jerry looks like we are lined up and coming back to green next time by.
Field will set down to the green flag as they will come to the C's Liquor restart zone. Into turn 3, off of turn 4. Chance Hollis going to pull the trigger right now as we come to the green flag. Field will work on down the front straightaway. Hollis followed by the 21 of Horsch. Horsch up on the bottom side of the racetrack. Here we go. Off with 2 and down the back straightaway. Jim Horsch up into the number 2 spot. Nielsen back to 3rd. 4th goes that 66E of Elijah Siebenbergen.
Siebenbergen working the bottom side. And to the inside of Cody Nielsen looking for that 3rd place spot. No, Nielsen will have it. Too strong on the top side. Through turns 3 and 4. Hollis your race lead. Horsch, Siebenbergen on the inside of Nielsen again. This time he'll have a better run off of turn number 2. As EZ now up into the 3rd spot, now looking for 2nd from Horsch.
Siebenberg there now. Derek Green of the red 32 to the top side. Here comes the 3 of Kelly Shryock down on the bottom. They're side by side down the front straightaway. The 3 and the 32. They'll hurry off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Troy Jirovitz has got Sid Mosier honking the chrome horn in that green and white 27 car. Says the drive-through is open now, serving number 27. Round the outside he goes. Down the front straightaway. We'll hammer him on into another lap.
As the Wendy's number 27 machine looking for some Frosties through turns 1 and 2. Look at Kelly Shryock as he gets around the 32 of Derek Green. Shryock started 21st as he is now moving his way almost into the top 5 as he is in 7th. Here comes the 3 machine.
Shryock on the hustle. Got Sid Mosier in the crosshairs. Down into turn 2 we go. Jirovitz following Nielsen there in the number 5 spot. Mosier is 6th. Shryock is 7th. It is Chance Hollis out front, your race leader, bringing them down the front straightaway. Got Jim Horsch in tow in the 21. Siebenbergen is 3rd. Nielsen. Jirovitz. Now Randy Brands. Randy Brands started 26th in the 27 car, and he is battling Derek Green in the red 32 for the 8th spot of the racetrack. RBR is wheeled up tonight.
As they're side by side, Green and Brands down the front stretch. And the turns 1 and 2, the 3 of Shryock has caught the 27 of Big Sid Mosier. As Brands will get around the 32 of Derek Green now down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Jerry, is it just me or does Horsch seem to be catching Hollis ever so slightly?
I will pay attention to him as they hustle down into turn number 1 and 2. It is Hollis, they're your race leader. Horsch working 2nd. Man, Kelly Shryock from 21st up through the field, right behind him from 26th, the 27 of Randy Brands, working there in the back half of the front half of the top 10. As they hurry on in, it's still Chance Hollis, your race leader.
Hollis still with a race lead, a few car lengths back to Horsch in 2nd, then a distance back to Elijah Siebenbergen and Cody Nielsen. As Shryock still working on the back bumper, the 27 of Big Sid Mosier. Randy Brands trying to play catch up as well in the 27 car. 2 laps to go, this time by 1.5 now for the 6 car.
It'll be Chance Hollis working down into turn number 1 and 2. They'll race them on in. Green flag high, the white's gonna wave this time. It's Chance Hollis, your race leader, down into turn number 1. Hollis and Horsch 1 and 2. Siebenbergen in the 29 in of Nielsen. Nielsen down there, gonna see Jirovitz in 5. Into turn 3 and 4, gonna be a set of Monday night twin checkers. Big iron twin checkers coming up for your race winner out of Clear Lake, Iowa. Chance Hollis. Jim Horsch goes 2nd. 3rd to Elijah Siebenbergen, 4th to Nielsen, and 5th to Troy Jirovitz.
29 cars just went for 20 laps here at the Clay County Fair Speedway. And when the dust settles, driver out of Clear Lake, Iowa, the number 6 of Chance Hollis will be visiting H&N Victory Lane, presented by Arnold Motor Supply. Hollis, no stranger to Victory Lane here at the Clay County Fair Speedway.
Coming out of the car, how about it? Chance Hollis picking up a feature win. Chance, nice job. Got the old Cadillac chassis up here in Victory Lane. It's got to feel good.
Yeah, you know, it feels great, especially against this field of cars. As you know, Jerry, I go almost everywhere in the country, and it doesn't get any better than this as far as stock car racing. You got some real heavy hitters all the way throughout the field, and there's probably 20 guys on any given night here that could win, so it means a lot coming here and winning one.
Hey, now on the 23rd, it pays $5,000 to win.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. Stuff's pretty good here. The last 2 races we ran here, we won, so hopefully we can keep that going for that.
Who do you want to thank for the win tonight, bud?
I got to thank my dad first and foremost, Sean for driving us here, Damian, Greg for all the hard work they put in during the pits, Buck-Built Motors, State Bank of Fairmont, Cadillac Chassis, Red Eye Radiator, Fast Shafts, BHE Shocks, Algona Marina and Sport, Swiss Springs, and Quick Performance.
There you go. Here, I'll get out of the way. There's a trophy back here for you. Get your picture. How about it? Picking up tonight's stock car, a main event. It's Chance Hollis out of Clear Lake, Iowa.